Millionaire Mindset is how y'all doing today. Do you have a passion? Do you know what your purpose is? Do you have a strong connection to the universe? Well, that's exactly what this video is all about. I'm all over the place, people. I'm all over the place. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video so you won't miss anything. But first, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. I really appreciate the support. Now, people, I've been going out lately and I've just been bumping into people and I've been asking people, do you have a passion? Do you know what you're passionate about? I mean, this is like people of all ages, and they tell me no, they don't know. They feel like they're supposed to just get up every morning, go to work, buy themselves a house, a new car and things like that, and just keep on working their whole life for somebody else and not for themselves. And I've come to the realization that me asking these people these questions, everybody doesn't like to talk about that. Everybody does not want to talk about finding their passion and just knowing what their purpose is in life. So you know what I said? I'm gonna chill back, I'm gonna relax, because I feel like that's invading people's space when you do that. So from now on, I'm just gonna relax. Now, if somebody comes to me and they say, hey, help me find my passion, I'm gonna go gun ho, and I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna help them find what their passion is. And what I've come to realize is, when you are connected to the universe and people come to you for advice, then usually when you start giving them advice, it's going to go from the universe through you, because the universe uses you as a tool, and the universe is going to give them advice through you. And a lot of the times when you are giving somebody else some advice, you should start listening to your own advice, because those words are literally coming from somewhere else. Like, I remember for at least 2 years, I was telling people, hey, you should start a YouTube channel. You should start doing YouTube. You're very smart. You can talk quick. You can think quick. You're a good freestyler. You should start doing a YouTube channel. And nobody that I had, and I told multiple people this. I mean, multiple people. And nobody that I told this to ever started one. And when I made the decision to make a YouTube video, I realized that I was not telling them to start a YouTube channel. The universe was talking through me to start a YouTube channel. I listened to my own advice, and when I finally did, I'm like, wow, I should have did this 2 years ago. But I do realize that everything happens in divine time by divine design. So there is no mistakes. I started the YouTube channel just in time when I was supposed to. So I learned not to look on the past and say what I could have did and what I should have did. I know now that everything happens when it's supposed to happen. So a good way to find your passion and your purpose is to start meditating. If you start meditating on a daily basis, you have to understand that when you start meditating, it's like going to the gym. You are not going to see any results right away. Nothing is going to happen. As a matter of fact, your mind is going to be everywhere. So a good way to find out how to meditate is to look at different techniques online and find out which one works for you. It could be the breathing technique. It could be focusing on your hands, or whatever it may be. There is a technique that is going to work for you. And when you start meditating on a daily basis, then you will find your spirituality. Your spirituality will come to you. You will have that spiritual awakening just from meditating, especially if you focus your meditating on opening your third eye. Your spirituality will find you, and you will find yourself going down that spiritual path. You'll find yourself being more compassionate. You'll find yourself wanting to learn how to manifest. You'll start wanting to use the law of attraction. All of these different things will start coming to you. And another thing that will happen when you start going down the spiritual journey is the people that you hang around with on a daily basis, you're not going to be able to discuss anything about this to them, because they're not going to be in tune with you. They're going to think you're crazy or something like that. So you're going to have to realize that you will be going down your spiritual path alone. You will be isolated away from everybody else, as far as not being able to talk to somebody about what you're going through when you do have the spiritual awakening. Remember, when you start meditating, you will find your spirituality and it will find you. It's like it will connect. Some people, it happens to them automatically as their life goes on. You know, like me, I wasn't thinking about anything spiritual or anything like that. And then in 2019, for a crazy reason, I started seeing all these synchronicities everywhere. And I was actually noticing them. I was like, why am I seeing repeating numbers everywhere? How come every single day when I look at the clock, it says 11:11? How come I'm starting to see all of these numbers everywhere? So I started doing my research. I started looking. Next thing you know, I found out, man, these are synchronicities. These are angel numbers. And it usually happens to people when they have that spiritual awakening. So and this was in 2019. This was right before 2020, the Great Awakening. So this was right before clairvoyance. You know what I mean? So I actually started meditating. I actually started going down that spiritual path and learning how to open my third eye. I learned how to astral travel. I learned how to get visions. I learned how to just go through that tunnel. You know, you see the eye with the triangle when I meditate. So I have definitely endured all of these things and experienced these things when I started meditating and going down that spiritual path. So it's very important to, if you're trying to find your passion or your purpose, you want to mainly focus on you. You want to learn to find out who you are. You know, once you find out who you are, you will find that through meditating. You will find that when you open up your chakras, your third eye, your crown chakra, your heart chakra, any one of your chakras, you are definitely going to find out who you are. And when you find out who you are from meditating, you will find out what you're passionate about. And then your passion is going to lead to your purpose. And when you start going down this path, you will learn that when it comes to manifestation, you have been doing it all your life. You have always been using the law of attraction all of your life. Everything that you have had in your past, you manifested it. You either visualized it, you either spoke it into existence. You definitely already did this. I used to be a dumpster diver when I was a kid. Let me tell you how connected I am and how I can look back and say I manifested this. I'm not ashamed. I was a dumpster diver. Hey, every man's trash is another man's treasure, so don't knock me. And plus, I was only a kid. I had to be about maybe 7 or 8 around this time. And we were dumpster diving. It was like this bank they were renovating, I guess, and they had a big dumpster on the side of it. So me and my sister, we were in there. Sorry, sis. But we were dumpster diving. But yeah, we were in there and I was finding like cash registers and all this different, just old stuff, you know, just garbage, you know, and I used to love to do that. So then I looked down and I saw like this check box. I remember back when checks used to come in these little boxes, and I was a kid, so let me keep putting that out there. So something told me, you know, open up that check box and look what's in there. I opened it up and there was some brand new stacks of money. It was like 3 different stacks in there. They still had the wrapper around it. They were brand new. Now I was young, so I really do not remember what the domination of bills was. I don't know if they was hundreds, 20s, 50s. I'm not sure. But we took all this money and stuffed it all in our pockets and went upstairs, and I gave it all to my father and my grandmother, and you know, that was that. And now that I look back on that, you know what? I manifested that. I made that happen. You know, and when I realized, now that I look back, another story, I don't want to flood y'all with stories, but when I look back on my past and I realize how connected I am to the universe, I remember back when my buddy, he moved over in a certain part of Chicago on the northwest side by North Avenue and Laramie, right? So I went over there with him. I went over there one day to visit him, and he had some girls over there, and this was back when I used to smoke weed. I don't smoke weed or nothing like that no more, but this was back when I was young. I had to be about maybe 17, 18, somewhere around that time. And the females that was over there, they was like, we want some weed. So, and I was like, hey man, where do I get it? He was like, go down the alley, make a left, and then go make another left on another block, and they should be standing out there. So I did that. What I was doing, when I left the house, I was running. I was, and when I got to the end of the alley, I saw this guy. He had a little cat hanging by the neck, and he had like some fire or something burning underneath it. And in the same motion, I never stopped running. I ran, made a quick right turn, and I smacked the cardboard out of his hand, and I lifted the cat up, and I took the cat and I laid it down softly, and I was yelling at everybody. I was like, hey man, what are y'all, how could y'all do this? How could y'all do this? You know, and then all of a sudden the cat got up and ran, and I was just like, man, y'all bogus. Y'all shouldn't be doing that type of stuff to animals. And then I went around the corner and got what I was gonna get, and then I came back. But now that I look back and I realize I wasn't racing around the corner or down the street to go get some weed. I was racing to save that animal. That's how I knew that I was really connected to the universe. So just look back on your life and figure out the connections. You want to connect the dots. Even with the music stuff that I'm doing right now. I started doing music when I was like, 16 years old, around that time. And I started making music, and then now that I'm older, I'm getting this music placed in TV shows, in movies, and commercials, and it's crazy when I look at how the dots connect. And not only am I making music for that, I'm also making music for meditation videos, not only for myself, but other people who are also doing YouTube channels. And it's just, it's just crazy how the dots connect in your life, you know? So a kind of like an indication of what your passion is. When you were a kid, what did you like to do then? You know, figure out, just use, remember, go back in the past, do some time traveling, go back in the past and look at what you used to love to do when you were a kid. That is a strong indication of what your passion is. You know what I'm saying? And then also right now in life, what do you love now? Do you love to listen to music? Is that something that you're passionate about, listening to music? Then think about it. That's one of your passions. There is a version of you, quantum physics says this. There is a version of you right now that does music. You can align yourself to that version right now by going to take some music classes, piano classes, whatever it may be, or just going straight to the studio right now and creating, you know. Are you very passionate about watching movies? Have you ever said, I'm pretty sure you have, I'd be a good actor? Have you ever said that to yourself? That is a version of you who is a successful actor right now. You know what you're supposed to do right now? Go take acting classes. Go take some headshots. You know what I mean? And find yourself an agent. Yes. Do what you are passionate about. You can find your passion. You just never know what your passion is until you put yourself out there, until you actually go do it. Because if you just continue to be one of those people who says, you know what? I'm just going to wait till next year. I don't know if I'm going to do it. And, you can't be like that, because that next year is never going to come. You're going to always be that person who always doubts yourself. But I could tell you one thing. I'm going to go back to meditation real quick. When you really take meditation serious, you will start putting yourself out there. You will become more confident. You will find what you are passionate about, and you will unlock some talents that you do have right now just from meditating. So, I'm just spitting game to y'all. I'm just giving you the truth. I'm giving you some of the truth and the things that have happened to me on my journey. This is from my experiences on what I have gone through, and I'm sharing it with you. So it is very, very, very important for you to find what you're passionate about. So, because when you find your passion, your purpose will find you. They say, don't go looking for your purpose, because your purpose will find you. But you do and are supposed to look for what you are passionate about. And it is already in you. And the same thing, like if you go somewhere and you look at artwork and you're just so mesmerized by artwork, there is a version of you who is a successful artist. So take some art classes. I don't care how old you are. Age doesn't mean anything. Time and age and all of that is just an illusion. So, and don't start saying, I'm too old to do this, I'm too old to do that. That is a barrier. That is a program that they put in you, a limitation. That is a limit that they put on you. Limiting beliefs, that's what they call that. So you have to realize you are a limitless being. There is nothing stopping you from doing anything in this world but you. So just continue to search for your passion, look for it, and I guarantee that you will find what you're passionate about, and your purpose will find you in this world. But there are lots of indications that's telling you what to do, and it's very important that you create that strong connection with the universe. You know, just always talk to the universe. You might call the universe God. You might call God Jesus, or whatever it may be. It is all the same thing. Just find yourself a strong connection, and you know, use it through your prayer. You know, your prayer should actually be a mantra that you made up. You know, it should actually be something that you made up, not what somebody taught you. But prayer is very strong. Affirmations are very, very strong. Scripting, strong. Visualization, when it comes to you visualizing yourself being successful and wealthy, it's very, very strong. I'm going to, I was going to move the camera somewhere because the sun is like, oh, it's all in me. Let me move up a little bit. Nah, it's still the same. But yeah, you know, I can move it up just a tad so I can get out of the sun a little bit. That sun is a little hot, y'all. But yeah, these different techniques when it comes to manifesting, you can use them all. I'm not one of those people who says, you know, just find one manifesting technique that works and that will be the one you use. No, use all the manifesting techniques. Use them all, because all of them are powerful. And then you'll figure out which one is working for you as you keep going. But me personally, I script, I visualize, I speak things into existence. You know, I do everything I can do. And everything, it does work. Everything that I'm doing, it's working. It's creating what I'm manifesting. I could just see everything popping up in my life right now. I can just definitely see it. So just make sure that you are one of those people who finds your passions. Don't wait until way later on in life and just settling for what everybody has told you or given you in your life. You know, you create your reality. You're the co-creator of your reality. So whatever you decide to do, whatever it is, it's going to work for you. The universe is going to make sure that it works for you. Anytime you ask the universe, God, for anything, the universe, God, is always conspiring to get you what you want. If you ask God for, please, God, I would like to have more money in my life, then God is going to start throwing opportunities your way. Opportunities. The average person is not going to see those opportunities. A lot of the times, you know, like Eminem said, lose yourself in the moment. You never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss it. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You know what I mean? That is a true saying to a certain extent. But that multi-billion dollar opportunity, those don't come often. They don't. But smaller opportunities will continue to come to you on a daily basis. So if you said, please, God, I would like to have more money, then God's going to start throwing new jobs or things like that around your way. It might even be a coworker who, you know, just upped and left and got a new job. You know, it's just as simple as calling that coworker, say, hey, man, how's the job over there? How's everything going? Is it paying more? He's like, yeah, man, it pays more. Are they hiring? Yeah, cool. Yeah, fill out the application. Bam, you got a job over there making more money. Opportunities can come just that simple. You know, so you just basically just have to just stay open and aware of anything that the universe is trying to throw at you. You could just be driving somewhere and a truck will pull in front of you and you'll see a number and everything right on front of the truck, just advertising a company or a business saying we're hiring. You know, opportunities come just like that. It can come any type of way as long as you are open to the universe and aware that you have already put your request out there for the universe, and just know that it's going to come to you. You are an important person. You're the most important person in your life. I say that in various videos. You are. So just remember that there are no limits to what you can do. And when you start to look for that passion, you will be successful, because just the same as I just said, when you ask the universe, for anything, the universe is going to give it to you. And you finding your passion and using your God's given talents, your gifts, you will become successful at that, because it is meant to be. It is your destiny. It is another destination in your life of where you're about to end up and what you're going to do. So I told you I was going to be like all over the place in this video. I told you I was going to be talking about manifestation and opportunities and just everything, the connection to the universe. But you know what I'm saying? Anyway, if this video resonated with you people, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below. And I would like to hear one of your stories about something that happened in your life that made you know that you had a strong connection to the universe, or even a manifestation story. I would love to hear that. That would be so dope. You know what I mean? So if you need your own affirmations for you, you know, with your voice, all you need is a smartphone. That's it, you know. And you can record the audio on the smartphone, and you can email me the audio, and I could create like a 432 hertz, 528 hertz track behind it, a meditation track, blend it with some rain or whatever it may be, whatever we discuss what you like, and put you to sleep. I'll make it for 8 to 10 hours, people. And what it'll happen for you is you can reprogram your subconscious mind with this audio, and it's very, very strong with your voice. Very strong. Make sure you get in contact with me on my IG, Mactilla Beats. You can find it at the top of my page, or you can find it in my About section. Now, I'm very grateful and thankful for y'all millionaire mindsetters. I love y'all. Until the next video, peace, peace, and peace. I'm out of here, people. Love.